Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what you can expect next in love. This is a reading for singles today. And by the way, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. If you prefer for spirit to pick your pile today, you will find also a timestamp for that down in the description box. Otherwise, please stick around and let's see what your three cards are for today's piles. Right, so for pile number one, looks like I've shuffled it the other way around. You've got the Harvest card. For pile number two, you've got the Banish card. And for pile number three, you've got the Sing card. Very interesting. Okay. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number one, you've got the green banded agate in the shape of a heart. For pile number two, you've got the blue goldstone, also in the shape of a heart. And for pile number three, you've got the blue lace agate in the shape of a heart, of course. So take a look at which one of these, I was going to say which one of these hearts, which one of these three piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's going to deliver the different messages to you in the most magical way ever. You will be the only one that understands how these three piles or two piles speak to you. You will be able to understand your message. Remember, you're a co-reader with me. I deliver what I see and you receive what you know and understand as well. It's a magical process, so trust it. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If this is something that you're not interested in today, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, welcome. This section has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And after the shuffling in a moment, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Pile 1, pile number 2, and of course, pile number 3. Right, let's see what we've got for each pile today. For pile number 1, the signs are Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, as well as Capricorn. For pile number 2, the signs are Leo, Pisces, Virgo, as well as Cancer. And for pile number 3, the signs are Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, as well as Gemini. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. Also, for today's reading, you can go by your Venus sign if you know it. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that the next section is about spirit picking your pile. If this is something that you would like to try out today, please stick around. If this is something that you're not interested in, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This section has been created specifically for you. And we will do, just like we do every day, I will be assigning a different tarot card to each pile. The Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And I will be shuffling your cards around until one of them pulls my attention, and I will know that this is your pile. I was supposed to pick up this card and I didn't. And your chosen pile, my dear soul family, is pile number 3. So these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile. I hope you found them useful and that they brought you the clarity in finding your pile today. And once you're ready, as you know, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what to expect next in love. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're, of course, interested in knowing the names of any of them, at any point during the reading, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. Okay, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green banded agate in the shape of a heart. Your significator card is the Harvest card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, as well as Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what you can expect next in love, my dear pile number 1. And we'll start out by checking your oracle cards first. So you've got accept love. What are the odds? Wow. Right. Okay, it looks like there is indeed some love activity going on here up next in your life. Let's explore what it's all about. You've got the Enneagram jealousy. It's under the category of blockage, and the keywords here are excessive comparison, dissatisfaction, envy, rivalry, victimization, feeling of lack. Let's see how this falls into your reading. I'm sure it's trying to show something important. Right, there we go. And you've got the Cerbera daisy. Oh, sorry, the Gerbera daisy. Very beautiful. I love the yellow. Is it like a bit yellowish? I think it is, although it's a daisy. Gerbera daisy. So anyways, the keywords here are purity, cheerfulness, and innocence. Very nice. It says the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. That gives a lot of perspective. Right. And you've got the priest. Right. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards. You've got the Hermit, the Two of Pentacles. It suddenly makes me feel like someone who's walked a long path alone in terms of relationships for a long time, and suddenly they are hit with two options. It's like with you, it's all or nothing, or a lot or nothing, or no activity at all. So I really am feeling like you're suddenly, after a long time of being alone, you're in a position of, not position, it's not the right word, but you find yourself not just finding one person, but maybe two or maybe more. Two of Pentacles could be many choices. Suddenly, you are bombarded with so much love, and you're like, what's going on here? What happened all of a sudden? So you see, there's a split and a split and a split. It's like your head keeps splitting, specifically either between two people or different people. You're like trying to really be stay true to yourself, trying to find who you're more drawn to, and your mind's really splitting here. Each one has a strong effect on you, and you're like, I don't know which way to go. My God. Okay. You've got the Three of Wands. This is the Three of Inspiration. And it's like a domino effect indeed. Something happens and suddenly it has an effect on many things, and many doors open when it comes to love. And suddenly you're like, wow, what's going on? Yeah, time of harvest when it comes to finding people. For sure. You've got the Nine of Cups, but you're feeling so good. You're really feeling emotionally fulfilled. It makes me feel like you're happy with the choices that you have when it comes to finding the right people that you like. Wait, let me adjust that. I'll fix it in a moment. Right, and you've got the Emperor. Let's start exploring your reading, and let me adjust the frame. Right, so that's much better. Yes, so it's all about choices up next for you. Your main card is Accept Love. You're being offered a lot of love. And I feel like with jealousy here, excessive comparison, I feel like the energy of this card is talking about how, especially that it's in conjunction with these cards, Accept Love. Don't get lost in trying to find the perfect choice, your cards are saying. That's not to say, don't think about things. I mean, maybe none of them. Maybe you won't like any of them. Maybe you will like many. At the end of the day, this is like the dating phase, right? You're getting to know people. So take the time to get to know people, but don't be overly comparative, especially with justice. Like, don't go, oh, this person is this, but this person is that, but this person has this, but this person doesn't have that. I feel with the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands, this is really guidance when it comes to follow what makes you happy, and follow the path of energy, emotions, what feels right, who you're the most drawn to. Because when you get into the energy of being obsessive about being too comparative, you lose the essence of the whole thing, and you really lose the person that makes you feel inspired and the person who you are genuinely drawn to. So yeah, don't overly obsess with comparison. Don't turn it into like a business comparison study, case study, but more, yes, of course, look at the different people and how you feel with them, look at the values, look at all of it, but don't get lost in it, is all I'm trying to say. And yeah, this is exactly what I'm seeing in your reading here. With the Harvest card, it's a time where you are genuinely going to feel like love is one of your biggest blessings. It's just happening so easily. And it's like a domino effect. One person will like you, and then suddenly this will lead to someone else liking you, and you're like, what's going on here? This person likes you, that person likes you, you like this person, and love is all around you all of a sudden. And it looks to me like in the next part of your life, you're standing in your power, and it is what is drawing people towards you, that energy of power, the red. It is what's drawing all of these people towards you up next in love. Now, having talked about all of the idea of not falling into the trap of being getting into comparison, you will find that a lot of these people that are drawn to you are gonna like you so much. Maybe some of them will become a bit obsessed, and there will be rivalry between them, trying to get your attention and trying to lure you over. A lot of these people will have good intentions because they like you, but also at the same time, be careful that a lot of these people will up their game simply to try to appease to you and may not keep it up. And that's why you want to have the balance between thinking about things right, seeing which ones you're the most drawn to for the right reasons, but at the same time not being too obsessed with it. And that's why your reading is guiding you to go with genuinely how you feel. You have a strong intuition, you have a strong feel, and you will be able in your pile to feel who you're the most drawn to, what's really good for you, the person who genuinely resonates with you and your life and your values, and the one that makes you the most happy with the Nine of Cups. If you fall into that comparison trap, you won't be able to pick up on that energy. So it's kind of like, go with what you feel. Who's the person you're genuinely attracted to? Who's the person who makes you feel the happiest? That's how you want to look at it. Don't lose your intuition in extreme comparison. And won't lie to you, seeing the priest in your reading, it looks like this is a big deal. This reading is a big deal for you, because it seems like the person who you are meeting this time will end up to be the person you marry, the person who you will stand in front with a priest, the person who you will get married to. So yes, balance it out. Follow your heart, have an open mind, but at the same time, don't be obsessive. I think we've explained that part a lot. Now let's see and get into the details, get into the tea on how this is all going to happen. How is this suddenly going to begin for you? Let's see the story. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles, right? You've got the Three of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Death card, as well as the Seven of Wands. I'm suddenly seeing these as your options. So how is this all going to happen? Suddenly a new beginning happens with different types of people. Emperor is the 4, and I'm seeing particularly 4 people. So it makes me feel like these people are going to start approaching you all at the same time, more or less at the same time. That domino effect, that suddenly it starts to happen. So one of them is someone with the Three of Pentacles that you're already collaborating with. Someone maybe you're working with the Three of Pentacles, or collaborating with in something that you are doing. Like they're with you in the same field, in the same company, in the same university. You interact with them. It doesn't have to be in a place where you necessarily can't be with them, But it does look to me like you're already collaborating, or you're in the same industry slash university slash work environments, one way or the other, with the Three of Pentacles. So that's the first person that I'm seeing. Another person that I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles, and that person is taking up a lot of space. It looks to me like this is a wealthy person who really matches you. Do you see? It makes me feel like soulmates. So that's there. There's a wealthy person. One of them is very wealthy, doing well in life. And this is a person who you will meet on your path. We'll try to like get 2 cards here. We do have the space for that, and ask like, how are you meeting them on your path, right? That is a person you're destined to meet. Whether it turns out into a romantic relationship or a business partnership, we'll find out, but that's definitely someone that's there. The second person that I'm seeing in your cards. Third person seems to me like is a person who you already know. Maybe you've met far in the past. Maybe you weren't interested in them romantically before, or maybe you have. But what I do see is that this person has gone through a massive transformation with the Death card, almost to a point that is absolutely unrecognizable. You might not even recognize how they look like today. You might not recognize their character or their personality. This person has changed a lot. So much so that to you, this is gonna feel like this is a totally different person that you are meeting for the first time. The only thing that will make you grounded in knowing that this is the person is that you may be sharing past experiences or memories from the past, whether small or big. That's the one thing that will ground you to knowing, yeah, that is the person from the past. My God, have you changed? So that's the third person that I'm seeing here in the energy of your cards. And finally, with the Seven of Wands, you will meet a person who is so strong and is so passionate about you that they will consistently take actions to make your life easier. They want to, it's kind of like an empathetic, strong person who sees what you're currently going through, and their gift to you is to constantly put in the effort to try to eliminate these obstacles out of your way. And sometimes that is through them showing you another way of doing things. If you've always wanted to do something or achieve something, you find that this person will say, hey, you can do it, you can do this and you can do that, you're amazing at this, you're amazing at that. Maybe there was something that was causing you stress you couldn't deal with because you're trying to cope with something else. This person will be the person who wakes up and goes to deal with it for you in their attempt to make your life easier. Yeah, that's definitely the fourth energy of the fourth person in your way. And I see that you're really lost in trying to choose the right person. Each one has something that you really like. With the Three of Pentacles here, this is collaboration. Obviously, this is a person who you will really enjoy your collaboration with. So each one comes with the Ace of Pentacles with something great to offer and something that you will absolutely enjoy and love about them. And if you don't go by how you feel, you will really get lost in the comparison here, as you can see. And when it rains, it pours for you. My goodness, all of these at the same time. Right, so how are you meeting this person? We still have 2 cards here that we have not opened. So you've got the Two of Voices. This is the Two of Swords. And we keep getting someone on their path, you see? This person in particular, even the card on top of it, is someone who it is inevitable that you will meet on your path, a particular path that you are already in. And you've got the Ace of Wands. Either you or them with the Ace of Wands will be highly attracted to one another. Maybe both of you will be highly attracted to one another. So how are you going to meet them? We keep getting the idea, especially with the Two of Swords, the card of not seeing. And perhaps you're not meant to know right now exactly how you're going to meet them, so that things, I guess, happen naturally. But you will meet them on a path that you are already on, rest assured. It's destined for you to meet them. And you will collaborate with each other, one way or the other, whether through love or through business or something legally here. And again, legally could be marriage, but I don't know really, depending on the choice that you're going to make. And I think the reading here is leaving it open for you, is not picking one person, is not trying to show you who you're going to be drawn to more than the other, but it's simply showing you 4 strong, energetic presence in your love reading. And since we're already here, let's play a fun game together. Let's see, since you're in that comparison mode, just so you get some information, some perspective, what are the things that you're gonna like about each one of the 4? You know what I'm gonna do? I need space for this. Oh, look at this card came out. I'm actually going to, and I'm going to place this card right here so we don't forget it. I'm going to clear the table and I'm going to make this fun comparison for you, just so you have an idea of the 4 people. Okay, so let's place the 4 people, 1, 2, 3, and 4, so we know what we're referring to. And let's take a look at the first one, the person that you are collaborating with or someone that is in your environment somehow. And let's pick up this card. What are their advantages, let's say, the things you're going to like about them, and what are the things you may not like about them? So when it comes to this person, what you like about them is the 8 of Swords, and what you do not like about them is the Magician. What? How is this so the opposite? Like, you like the 8 of Swords about them, but you don't like the Magician. This needs thinking. The first impression actually that I'm getting is that this is a person who's very different. They do things differently than everyone else. That's definitely the first impression I'm picking up. They're very different than the people you usually meet, and you love that about them. Now, it's one of the things that is clear. But what is the 8 of Swords presenting? You like that they continue to have vision and hope, no matter how difficult the situation that they're in. This is the person who, even like when the company's absolutely now cornered and stuck and is losing, and there's no way in everybody's eyes that it can recuperate from a situation that they're in, this is the person who's still thinking and still has hope and doesn't believe ever that it's the end. So you love their spirit of always being strong, always finding a way out, always having hope, even when it's absolutely dark. And and one would feel like one can't go past it. So very positive. Obviously, a great manifester with the Magician. So that's definitely something that you love and admire about them. They're very positive. Obviously, they're very strong, and they're very hopeful. And this is a person who's never stuck. Because even when they are, they always see a way out. And they always see a way out, especially that they believe in their power of connecting with others and collaborating with others. They always see, if I can't do this particular thing, someone out there that I know can do it. So they're very outspoken. They easily connect with others, and they always find a way out. What you don't like about them, if we look at the magician in the placement of what we may not like about someone, the magician could be a trickster sometimes. So I'm not saying that this person tends to trick others, but there's something about them being very intelligent. The sky's the limit for them. They believe that they can do everything. And so they're not like lying, cheating, or anything like that. Although, you will know when you meet that person. But what I am picking up on, what you may not entirely like, is that you might find them a bit tricky to deal with sometimes. So you will love their power, you will love their capability of staying positive. Sometimes you might find them to be so motivated that their playful manner may not always be easy. Like, they're not so easy to maneuver, push around. Nobody wants to maneuver. I don't know how to explain it. They're not as easygoing, I would say, as you may prefer them to be exactly. They have a strong character, very determined, and so sometimes you may not find them to be that easy to deal with. Like, let me give you an example to show you how this is not like a bad situation, but just like a characteristic trait. Let's say you really want to go out for a picnic. They're not really into picnics. They want to take you out to this fun place where you can play games. And so you won't find this person always easy to to convince them to be malleable with the things that you want. You will find them to be motivated to make you happy in trying to show you something else. I hope that makes sense. So at the end of the day, it's not in any way, shape, or form in a bad way. It's a wonderful thing that this person knows what they want and they have a way to show you other things that you may not be seeing, right? But they will also not be as easy to say, don't you just want to do that? I think there will be a lot of, not tension, but a lot of, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that here with this person. You will have a lot of fun with them. It's the Three of Pentacles at the end of the day. You will have a lot of fun together. Again, this is not a bad thing. This is just picking up on energy of some people who you may meet, for example, will, like this person, not to compare, but like this person here, this is someone who's more in their energy of trying to eliminate the things that cause you challenges and trying to make lovely things for you. They're always trying to make things pleasant for you. That's not to say one person is better than the other. Each one you will enjoy your connection with in a different way. So that's what I see with the first person. Second person, the most potent energy that I see here are actually two things. You resonate with each other in a lot of ways. In many ways, you'll find like they're your mirror in so many things. And when someone is a mirror. That could be great news for some people, and it may not be the best news for others. Some people say, yeah, I know that I have these traits. They're not easy. I'm working on them. I'm trying to improve, but my God, if someone's my mirror there, that's going to be a nightmare. I want more of a yin and yang energy, for example. But for other people, this may be great news. Perhaps you're really looking for someone who's like you and it feels awesome. So take it how it resonates. This is, again, your decision. So this is a wealthy person. That's one strong trait that I like that's coming up in this card. They're very wealthy, they're very successful, and they mirror you a lot in many ways. They're like you in many ways. So what are the things that you're really going to like about this person? And what are the things that you may not necessarily personally like? Nothing wrong with them, but what you may not like. Right, so what you're gonna like about this person is the Queen of Pentacles, obviously. That makes sense. And what you may not like about this person is the Two of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, the lifestyle, it does speak strongly about lifestyle here. You are gonna like how determined and successful they are. You're going to admire how they worked hard to get to where they are. This is not necessarily passed down wealth. This is someone who worked hard to get to where they are. So you're going to love that about them, how they know how to create the reality that they love. You're also going to love the luxury around this person, how they like to spoil you. Yeah, that's there with the Queen of Pentacles. They are wealthy and they love to share this wealth with you. So that's something that perhaps you love the kindness of this person, right? So that's there with the Queen of Pentacles. What you don't like about this person with the Two of Pentacles is that they could be, how can I say this? I want to say it, but I don't want you to think, oh no. So I have to pick my words into making sure that I deliver it in its exact way. I do not want to say wishy-washy at all. I promise I don't want to say that. But what word am I looking for? I'm looking for trying to find balance. This is, you're going to meet them at a point where they're still trying to find balance in their life. Meaning that, for example, they could be working hard, but at the same time, they really like you. And they're trying to balance between the two things. Like, let's say they really want to go out with you on a day you guys specified. But at the same time, this big thing comes up and it will genuinely like ruin all of the hard work that they've been building towards something at their work. So you will find that this person is trying to make that balance. Sometimes having to say, I am so sorry, there's nothing more that I would like to do but to spend time with you today, but I've got to save the situation. And at other times, they will leave a particular situation and go, no, I really want to see pile number one. So I think, not to say that you won't understand it, this is simply a placement showing what you may not necessarily like, but you may absolutely understand, right? You may think, oh my God, this is the person that I like because I know that they're doing their best, right? It's not something that I particularly like. Maybe I want to spend more time with this person, but I understand that at least they will be there every single time they can. So all I'm trying to say is that what you may not like about this person is is the bummer, feeling bummed. Oh no, you know that there is this effort of trying to balance things out, whatever valuable things are that they have in their lives. I'm just presuming it could be work because that's what I'm seeing as the energy coming up with this person. Okay, so that's the second person that you're meeting on your path. you're meeting a third person, the person from your past who has transformed drastically. So, what are you gonna like about this person, and why are they in this, I don't want to say comparison, but why are you greatly considering them? That's the card. And I feel this one. And these are two cards. What you may not like about this person. So, what you like about them, ooh, is the Knight of Wands, right? That's really nice. And what you may not necessarily like about them is the Three of Cups as well as the Queen of Wands. Listen, this person, Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, has become very attractive. Another thing here, seeing the Three of Cups, what co-joins you is that they also find you highly attractive. You're going to like about this person the fact that they pursue you with such strength. They're very confident. And there's something about the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. There's something about how someone that you find very attractive choosing you amongst, with the Three of Cups, the many, let's say, options. That's not a nice word. Amongst the different people that they can be with. There's something about you realizing just how much they like you for real, given that you can see that they have a lot of interesting people around them and they still like you. Also, with the Knight of Wands, like I said, you will find them to be super attractive. There is a Knight of Wands, there is a lot of mutual attraction going on here, desire also going on, and this person is relentless in trying to pursue you. Like they call, they're there, they're trying to ask you to meet them, they're trying to do all these nice things. So there's a lot of emotions going on, and there's a lot of attraction and all of that happening with this person. What you may not like about them, with the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands, is that although it's clear with the Queen of Wands that they like you the best, that you stand out amongst everyone to them, that, it's very clear in their direction who they like and who they're paying attention to, which is you. There is something here, won't lie to you, with the Three of Cups about having a lot of people that like them and are trying to pursue them. And although they don't want anyone else, I don't know, there's something about, maybe it is in the placement of what you may not like, you see? Or maybe it's not that there are many people who want to pursue them. Maybe you don't like the community that's around them. There's something about the community that you don't like here, whether it's other people trying to pursue them, or it's just that you don't resonate with the people around them. So that's something that you won't like about this person. Finally, my dear pile number one, and I must say this was such an interesting reading. I did not expect all of this to happen here. Fourth person. How can we place this? That's the energy of that person right there. Let's keep that one here. Fourth person, the person who's going out of their way to make you happy, to make your life easier, to genuinely take actions, not to show you, but because they want to make your life easier and happier. They're like taking active measures, movements, effort, work, gestures to make your life better. That's what they love here. So, what are you going to like about them? What are you going to like about them? And what are you not going to like about them? And again, we've got two cards here. what are you going to like about them and what are you not going to like? So what you're going to like about them is the Temperance card. Very balanced person indeed. You're going to love how emotionally balanced and stable this person is. Fair, stable, balanced. Nice. And what you're not going to like about them is the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. What? You're not going to like the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups? What? Let's see what this means. Eight of Pentacles is mastery. So there are a lot of hands. They're doing so many things for you. And they're all flowers. This person will do so much for you. And they're all with good intentions and with love. They're all gestures of love. Don't tell me, is that somehow going to be like a turn off for you? Don't tell me. I don't know. Perhaps, maybe in one way or another, in how this person is doing it, somehow it might be too much for you. It might be excessive. Maybe it's going to come off as so strong. That's, it happens. Maybe it's going to come off as so strong for you that you're just going to feel like, wait, this is too much. I'm not comfortable. Maybe you're not, you're going to feel like, wait, this doesn't feel comfortable. This is too much emotions, maybe in the beginning. Maybe you're just not going to like that. And you're like, hey, I recognize this is all done with love, but perhaps this is too much love. And it just doesn't make you feel comfortable. Maybe in the beginning you're enamored and you're like, wow, this is so kind. This is so nice. This person is stepping up. This person is this. But I really feel like for one reason or the other, you're going to feel, I don't know, it's in the placement of what you don't like. So you're going to feel like, no, wait, I don't feel comfortable. Exactly what I'm picking up here. I don't feel comfortable. What you're going to admire about them, the thing that you're going to be thinking about here is, this person doesn't seem to be desperate. Because with the Temperance card, it genuinely looks like they're well-rounded person, balanced. They're coming from a good place. It's not, Temperance is the healer. This is someone who has worked a lot on themselves. They are not doing from a place of shadow. They're doing it from a genuinely good place, which makes me think, then, no, I need to, and maybe this is just me. Maybe you understand why you don't like that. I'm just curious, pile number one. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing here. I mean, if they are balanced, what are you not liking? I think you're going to get the ick here somehow with the like them trying to do so many things for you. Maybe you are an independent person who does not like anyone to do anything for you. So why don't you like this situation, my dear pile number one? Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but I will be honest in showing you what I'm seeing in your cards. Your cards are showing you that this may be something that is a trick with the Seven of Swords from your own shadow. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong particularly with this person. And it doesn't mean, hey, don't ignore what you're feeling and still pursue someone who you're not resonating with at this point of your life. It's just showing that is showing you, hey, there's a shadow in this place. You want to look at it, not necessarily be with this person. That's not what the reading is saying, but it's saying this person is reflecting back at you something in your shadow. It's some form of projection here that you may not necessarily understand, but it's a good opportunity for you to think about this. Even if you don't go with this person at all, you want to think, why am I not happy with this? Well, I'm not happy with this because of 1, 2, 3, which are your right. But there's also the element of 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is something for you as a person. You would say, for me, it's really good to pay attention to and work on. Because with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, this is a person who's genuinely giving from a good place. But may not resonate with you at that point of time, unless you notice your shadow and you're like, hey, I noticed that shadow and I'm glad, I want to work on it, and this person is interesting. I don't want to block this connection off. Or maybe you're going to say, I noticed this shadow. This is something for me to work on right now, but this person does not resonate with me at this point of time. So yes, it's there. It's something that I'm seeing, my dear pile number 1, and I like to show you your cards honestly. And hey, remember, we all have a shadow one place or the other. We all do. And so it's always lovely to notice one, understand it, and start to work on it. Because as they say, half of the healing is being able to, I don't want to say diagnose, but being able to understand what it is that could be affecting everything, the root cause of everything. Right, so my dear pile number 1, this was certainly a very interesting reading. That's what I see up next in your love life. Certainly a time of harvest after a long time, with the Hermit card being the first card in your reading, tarot reading, showing that you've been single for a long time. You were on your path alone for a long time. Now it's suddenly harvest everywhere, like love, in terms of love, everywhere. And it's going to be a time of you picking between people that you really like. Good problem to have, I guess. But don't get lost in the details, and allow yourself to be drawn to the person that genuinely makes you the happiest. This was your reading, my dear pile number 1. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what to expect next in love. These are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful blue Goldstone. Your significator card, I really feel this one, I'm going to take that one, is the Banish card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Pisces, Virgo, as well as Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what is next in love. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Is this not the Ace of Wands? Yes, a new beginning is absolutely meant to happen for you with the Ace of Wands here. Right, actually, let's take these, and this one as well as this one. And these shall be your tarot cards today. If we want more, we can always pull more. Right, so you've got make a move. Is there something going on in this pile already? I would say for some of you here, this person is already in your life. Maybe there's some flirting is going on. And all that's left here is for someone to make a move, right? Doesn't have to resonate with everyone, but it's there. And you've got month. the Enneagram month. What an interesting Enneagram. So the keywords are long duration, far in time, season, later, long term, afterwards. I don't know. I'm actually going to follow my intuition here. I really feel for this pile, something's already started to happen. If something hasn't already started here or is about to start, no. To be honest with you, I feel that this pile, there's something going on, didn't really start yet. If this is something that you don't resonate with, I highly recommend you check out another pile. And I'm seeing 1 and 1, so perhaps your pile is number 1. But yeah, for this pile, there's definitely something here that's already, it's not started, you're still single, I guess. But it's someone here needs to make a move. Yeah. You've got the alchemist. Yeah, there's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of attraction. There's all sort of butterflies and feelings, all the fish popping here. Like there's a lot of emotional with the water activity going on, but with the back to back, things are happening back to back, but I feel like both of you in this pile are somehow avoiding making the first move, maybe each one for a different reason. I feel with the month, the reason I said if this hasn't been going on, it's not your pile, is because long term makes me feel, long duration makes me feel like this has been going on for some time. This is what was really decisive for me here. It just hasn't started. And you can see with the Ace of Wands here, something is about to start. Somebody here is going to be making a move. Who is it going to be? We'll find out. And you've got forget-me-nots. How interesting. It's kind of like something has been happening. Nobody's making a move. So I think this person is worried that you forget about them. It's kind of like, please don't forget about me. Please don't move on. So the keywords here are eternal memories. And the key quote here is, the best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. Wow. Okay, that's substantial. All right, you've got the Ace of Wands. And funny, of course you have the Hanged Man. This has been hanging in there for a long while, it seems. Your cards are saying this has been going on for a while. And I think both of you were feeling very stuck here. The World card shows that this chapter of waiting, long waiting, is finally ending. Yeah, that's a theme for this pile. You've got, wow, the Nine of Pentacles, really nice. Okay. Don't these flowers on the curtain look like forget-me-nots just a little bit? Yeah, it's like maybe you can't see me or we don't see each other a lot, but please don't forget me kind of thing. Anyways, you've got the Page of Wands. The Magician. Well, we don't have space, but we've got the Death card, finally. Okay, so what's about to happen for this pile? Here we see, what is it called? Let me check the guidebook. There's a word when you like create a figure for someone. I forgot the name. So it's called an effigy. Yes. So in order to welcome spring, winter must be banished. Slavs do this by destroying an effigy of the winter goddess. So I see like a long season of winter, of coldness, of waiting is finally going to be thrown out of the window. The season is ending and the spring is coming. The spring means it's not super warm yet, but life is happening. So this period of waiting and doing absolutely nothing between the two of you is ending, and something, a wish fulfillment for the both of you with the Nine of Pentacles, is finally starting. Page of Wands shows that it's beginning by someone here making a move, following what they feel with the Page of Wands, following what they desire. They've learned, this person, with the Page of Wands in conjunction with the Magician, that for something to happen, you've got to begin that magic. Now, that transformation is not going to happen all on its own. And so, as we see with the effigy that is made out of grain, it reminds me of something being of gluten. So there's something about throwing out the toxicity and realizing that in doing that, then the inflammation that's happening in this relationship finally ends. So I would say this person is realizing that what's wrong here is the fact that there was absolute inaction. This person wants to take action because they feel a burning desire between the two of you. I don't know, were they like afraid? Why weren't they taking action? We've got two cards, Four of Wands and the Sun card. They were lost in the moment. You've got a lot of sunflowers here. And it's outside the window. The sunflowers are all about being seen. There's something about this person genuinely feeling afraid that you're not seeing them. So perhaps they doubted a lot whether you like them or not. I think the toxicity here is both of you worrying. Toxicity is such a harsh word. That's not what I mean, but you know what I mean. I hope you do. Like the wrong thing, the thing that wasn't so good for this relationship, healthy for the relationship, is that both of you were kind of over pretending not to see each other. You see, both of you are so close, yet giving each other's backs. And that's what was halting everything. There's something about, do you see me? Oh, do you see me? Oh, no, I don't see you. No, I don't see you. There's something like that. So it was all about seeing, a cry to be seen. And they weren't really making a move because there was this contradiction of, please don't forget me, but please see me. Can you see me? Something like that. With the Four of Wands, the stepping up, the leveling up, there was this, each one needed more commitment with the Four of Wands, the other person to show a little bit more commitment towards the other so that the other feels seen. Yeah, that's really what I'm seeing here in this pile. But the funny thing is, with all of the dandelions here, you recognize that this has become a real wish for the both of you. The dandelions, the Nine of Pentacles, both of you feel like you're each other's dreams, and perhaps that put a lot of pressure in this relationship. Sometimes when you like someone so much or something so much, you tend to be so afraid of losing it. And so because you liked each other so much, that's not an excuse, just reading the cards. Because you liked each other so much, it looks to me like it turned into a great fear of loss that it was leading to loss. And that's why there is the card of forget me not. There is the dangerous game of playing like you don't see each other, but being so afraid of seeing each other, but also being afraid of paying attention to the other, like showing attention to the other, lest the other person lose interest in the other. That's the sort of dynamics I'm seeing here. And with the gluten, I'm feeling like this sort of unhealthy dynamics had to be thrown out for this relationship to manifest. So Page of Wands shows that this person is deciding to step up. They're like, I recognize that I shouldn't wait for this person to see me. Like, I'm not going to sit there waiting for this person to finally recognize me and see me, because there's the risk with the curtain here of them forgetting me, thus totally not paying attention to me at all. So there's the risk on the other side as well. There's the risk of, in their point of view, if they give you attention, then you're not going to be interested. But if they don't give you attention at all, then you're really going to forget about them. So they have to like have some form of balance of stepping up, being bold, like showing they like you, but at the same time not being desperate. I believe that is the balance that one needs to have. And it looks with the Page of Wands, they're learning, because pages are learners, right? So they're learning that they must step up and follow what they want, what they desire. This is when the magic finally happens between the two of you. This season is being thrown out of the window. This season of coldness and inactivity and lack of life is absolutely ending, and it's transforming into your season of spring. Is this the season where you're going to be like together? Not yet, but this season could be small. Things are starting to move in this connection. Things are starting to happen. You're starting to show each other that you like each other. Attraction starts to be reciprocated naturally in this next phase of your life. So we still have more cards. Let's see what's about to happen in this connection. So, huge transformation here, and the magic starting to happen finally between the two of you. So let's see. See, temporality is categorized under ego level. So this whole situation was temporary, maybe for a long time. It seems due to ego. The ego is afraid of being hurt. So what happens next between the two of you? You've got the Six of Swords. Slowly but surely, finally, you're moving from this turbulent water into calmer waters. Six of Swords is slow movement, but it is movement. So things are starting to happen. Both of you are still careful, but it's not like being obsessively careful like before. And so something is starting to happen. A message is sent here, a message is sent back, maybe a date starts happen, asking for a date starting to happen, you setting the date, you starting to meet and talk about things. Something is starting here, albeit slowly, but it's happening, right? And you've got the Nine of Cups. Ooh, we've got the Nine of Cups being presented by an elder lady, presenting the passage of time. It's like, God, it's time already. That one starts to enjoy these. It's about time. You start to finally enjoy this connection. So Nine of Cups, you're really in the feels in this next phase of your life. Although it's moving slowly, it's moving beautifully. Both of you are really feeling it. You're really feeling emotionally fulfilled. Things are starting to happen. They're slow, you recognize that, but you're really enjoying it. And you've got the Tower card. Yeah, little by little, the throwing, do you see? Little by little, this foundation of built from cards is falling. Like the old behaviors and the old patterns are falling off. The facade, the old facade, it's all falling off little by little. It was a weak foundation to begin with. Because the reality of the situation is that you really liked each other, both of you. You've got the Ace of Cups. Ooh. Love starts to happen. It starts happening. And you've got the Eight of Wands. And then suddenly it starts moving quickly by the summer season. And here in the seasons, it could literally be exactly that. It's moving with the seasons. If you're watching this now, I would say this is moving with the seasons, because right now we've just said goodbye to the winter and we've just welcomed the spring a few days ago. And perhaps if you're watching this now, then it says things are going to be developing during the spring season, and it's going to move very quickly towards the end of the spring, beginning of summer. But if you're watching this later, it's just showing that in the beginning, as you throw out this old behavior and old pattern of ignoring each other, it's going to start moving slowly. It's moving positively. You really like it. You're really enjoying it. Although it's slow, it's a far different cry to the things you used to do to each other before. So it's slow, but there is something happening. And you both recognize that you like each other. You're taking it slow. You're enjoying that phase. And for safety reasons, you're not rushing it, just to make sure you properly push out the old foundation in the right way. You're taking it slow, and you're both recognizing that, and you like that. Suddenly, somebody confesses here their love. Suddenly, someone tells the other person how they genuinely feel. And from that moment onwards, with the Ace of Cups in conjunction to the Eight of Wands, things now start to move very quickly and transform between the two of you. So, how is it leading up to? What is it I mean leading up to in this connection? Three of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Now, this is interesting. It's moving from friendship with the Three of Cups during the spring season to ultimate love, family. 10 of Cups is like happiness, ultimate love. It's the card of family, into something genuinely being formed together. You living together, you forming a family together, and you being absolutely happy together. But you do have the Eight of Swords, which makes me want to explore, what is this saying? Let's pull out your tarot cards. What is the Eight of Swords saying? So it's starting from friendship and turning into true, deep love and like commitment and family and everything. What is the Eight of Swords saying here, please? Five of Wands. The Star card. Wow. What an interesting Star card. And the Moon card. It is saying that you guys will stick together through thick and thin. Sometimes this will sound like it's a great thing for you, how proud and how amazing it is that you're sticking it out. Other times, you will feel like you're stuck with this person. It's like sometimes this person might drive you up the wall, and you're like, I don't want to be stuck with this person. You can see that just like a normal relationship, you will go through the highs and the lows. There will times with the Five of Wands that there will be struggles, whether in the relationships or the things that you have to go through together, maybe in the family. But there will be a lot of times with the Star card where you are going to feel like you're the luckiest people when it comes to relationships and family. It is the central card. And even amidst tumultuous times, the very times we're discussing, you can see that this will still feel like an amazing relationship. But will they sometimes drive you up the wall? Yes. There will be times with the Moon card when you really don't know how things are going to turn out. What are you going to do? You're trying to figure things out together and you're not agreeing maybe. But one thing through it all, whether for the good or the bad, you're sticking together with the Eight of Swords. Sometimes this will feel so good to feel like, oh my God, despite everything, this person is still there. The one thing they would never do is walk out. You'll feel proud that you have like a best friend and you're there with this person. And sometimes you're going to feel stuck. Maybe sometimes they will drive you up the wall, and perhaps you're going to feel, oh my God, we have a family, and I'm like really angry at this person. So sometimes it's going to feel amazing. Sometimes you're going to be you're not going to like it, but you're sticking together. You're not this is for the long haul, this relationship. You're not leaving each other. And as you can see, the cards are showing sometimes it'll be like challenging, sometimes and even when it's challenging, it's going to feel great. And there are other times with the moon card, you really won't know how to deal with each other. And you're stuck trying to figure things out, trying to figure out your shadows, trying to figure out how things turn out the way they do in your relationships. So they're inviting you to understand each other more, understand the dynamics of the relationship, and figure things out. But yeah, you're stuck with each other. You're not going anywhere. Yeah. And you can really see it here. It says, the best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. It's going to be a beautiful family, full of memories and full of beautiful places that you go to. And for each other, you're a beautiful place to each other. It's going to be amazing. The 10 of Cups is there. Is it going to drive you up the wall sometimes? Yes, it is. But you're not going anywhere from each other, and you're certainly not forgetting each other. Forget-me-nots. You're there. Okay. So let's see the most important part to this phase. How are things going to develop? We know that it's going to move slowly, and then they will tell you how they feel. So let's zoom in a bit more on this and get more information. So you've got the High Priestess. I think we got to be careful with YouTube rules. You've got the High Priestess, the light and the shadow. 2 Sphinx here. Interesting High Priestess. Okay. You've got the Hermit. This relationship will struggle in the beginning in letting the secrets out, being open with each other in the beginning. There's a lot of fear here. You've got balance, and yeah, the cards keep showing the balance. Yeah, it's gonna take time in the beginning for you guys to find that balance of opening up but not coming across as too desperate, which seems to be the fear here. So you're learning this balance together as you navigate through this phase of your relationship. And so sometimes you will share a little bit of yourselves, especially the secrets, and then other times you're going to be locking it up. Here and there with the light and the light. Here and there. You're going to dare to share a glimpse. You're going to dare to ask a question you wouldn't otherwise have asked. It's like, hey, you were meant to call me last week. What happened there? Which is something maybe you wouldn't have been open with each other and said to each other before. But, you share that little bit. And they go, oh, I really wanted to call you, but I called you and your phone was turned off. So I didn't want to bother you. I thought maybe you didn't want to talk. What? Oh, no. Perhaps it's the network. My phone wasn't off. Oh, really? So something starts to happen there. Balance starts to happen where you start to realize you're not 2 evil people who are going to push each other out if anyone makes a move. So little by little, you can see there is the giving a little bit of light here and a little bit of light here in the darkness, the Hermit and the High Priestess, like sharing a little bit of the super secrets that you're holding. Like you're not telling each other that you would like to see each other more. You're not telling each other, why haven't you called? You're not telling each other that you're interested or maybe like each other. These are the secrets. So sometimes here and there, one of you would say something or show something or ask a question or make a little gesture that gently shows that you're interested in each other, and that's you guys stepping into your power. Uh, uh, the Temperance card shows that it's going to be very healing for the both of you, learning to stand in your power and, I guess, be okay with rejection. If you like someone and they don't like you for who you are, maybe they're not the right person. But in your case, you two really like each other, and you're learning to go through this healing process together. You know, one person shares a little thing here and one person shares a little thing here, and then you start feeling more confident, more in your power, and then you share a little bit here and they share a little bit here. Slowly but surely, this house of cards starts falling. Okay, let's get more information. You've got temptation. You know, when I first got this deck, there was a lot of controversy around this particular card with the temptation card. And the reason for that was because there was discussions of the artist choosing to depict someone who has weight, and the contradiction is, why are you like showing, that's like fat shaming, and why are you putting all this food and all of that thing? So what I'm trying to say here is, this is the devil card, the card of temptation, and it shows that the other thing you two are healing are noticing the root cause of the insecurities and addressing these insecurities once and for all, so that you are not constantly triggered by something in particular. So let's say we follow the exact example of this card. Let's say someone is tempted by following their desires when it comes to eating everything that they love. You know, whether it's like junk food or unhealthy food or anything like that. And let's say this is resulting in them gaining weight. And so it starts creating for them an insecurity about weight. So in that case, in that particular example, this is saying that you guys are healing the very thing that's making you feel insecure, because there's something about, can you see me? Can you see me? No, I don't see you. And of course, it doesn't have to be that particular example, but the card is serving and showing the idea of it. So let's say someone is feeling like, oh, I don't really feel comfortable when I'm out with this person because of that particular situation. And instead of feeling hurt by it over and over and over, what I'm going to do is address this once and for all. Just a very strong disclaimer. This does not mean that someone who has weight should ever feel bad about themselves or change themselves for another person. I'm just using the card as an example of trying to show you what I'm seeing in the energy. And it's always best to find the person that likes you for who you are. But if this is in fact something that you do want to change, whatever this is, then I would say that you're finding it as an opportunity to address it once and for all. So overall, that's great. You're learning to trust each other, to open up more to each other, and you will find that it's a good idea as you slowly, if you move slowly in this way, you will find it very comfortable, the both of you, and you will find it to be very healing. You will get into the balance, and it will especially encourage the both of you to address the very thing that could be taking away from your confidence and addressing it once and for all. This is leading to a lot of healing in this next phase of your life. And starting with the summer, if you're watching this now, there's a beautiful relationship happening between the two of you. You're going to be in a very happy relationship together. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading when it comes to what you can expect next in love. And I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what you can expect next in love. And these will be the decks. Oh, I like this one. These will be the decks that we will be using in your reading. If at any point you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. I really feel this one as well, so I'm going to take that. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Oh, thanks. Your crystal is the beautiful blue lace agate in the shape of a heart. Your significator card is the card Sing. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, as well as Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and find out what you can expect next in love, my dear pile number 3. So, you've got meditation for clarity. Can you see your card? I think not. It's better to push this up so you can see your card. Right. You've got the Enneagram protest. The other keywords here are disagreement, exigency. Nah, let me check that. Hold on. Okay, exigency, strike, claim, walk out, opposition. Right, okay. You've got the Clementus with the keywords intelligence and mental beauty. And the quote here by Oliver Wendell Holmes is, Senior, is wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future. So nice. You've got false indigo. And the keywords are immersion and intuition. The quote by Khalil Gibran is, when you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should sense. So it's almost like a new chapter or something. Just at the beginning, the end of one stage, it is also the beginning of another, is the kind of intuitive energy I'm feeling here. But I don't know why you've got that. We'll find out. It is a singles reading after all. So we'll find out. You've got the pathless. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So starting off the reading is the 5 of Swords. Right. Another 5, yikes. The 5 of Pentacles. What's going on here? Am I missing something? It is a singles reading, right? Hold on. I'm sure I'm going to pick up. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. Oh, yes, it is a singles reading. I get what's going on here. You've got the Judgment card. Yeah, I think we should stop there because of the space. And let me show you what I am seeing. It does look to me, with the Pathless here, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. I finally got it when these 2 cards came out. it looks like this is a pile who struggled a lot when it came to their relationships in the past. But you've gained a lot of wisdom from whatever that happened to you in the past. It looks like you protested against relationships. You were thinking, these types of relationships are not for me, and I don't like the sort of things I had to go through. And it looks like you cut yourself off of relationships entirely in this pile. There was a long time of you doing self-reflection work, finding clarity. You were trying to find out with the judgment card here. You were trying to figure yourself out for real. You were trying to figure out what you want in your life. You were focusing on yourself. And with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, there was this long period, especially with the Pathless, where you're not really reaching out your hand to those who reach out to you. There is this strong feeling with the Protest and the Pathless and the Hands here that you were absolutely protesting against love. Whoever asked you out, you're like, no, thank you. There's almost a bit of sarcasm or bitter feeling here. It's like you're absolutely not to indulge in that. And that's what the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles are talking about. Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. Five of Swords is like trying to win almost to a point of bully. So I feel like you're very harsh in absolutely hurting, I would say, hurting anyone in their way trying to ask you out. And you were like, no, that's something that I do not want. And you've opposed to it with such conviction and maybe even anger. And here, to you, you decided that the most important thing for you is to self-reflect, find yourself, find out who you are, heal with judgment here, figure things out. But most importantly as well, with the Queen of Pentacles, what was most important for you is to create the life that you wanted for yourself. And I think you're either on your way or you've already achieved that for yourself with the Queen of Pentacles. But along this whole time, you can see that you've gained a lot of wisdom from the past. And your card says, but beauty is the promise of the future. So I'm kind of picking up on the energy that right now you are in between phases, especially with the false indigo here. This is a false path, meaning it's not a path that you will resonate with forever. And speaking of which, right now it looks like you're on the precipice of another phase of your life. You're slowly coming out of that phase of absolutely like refusing, maybe even hurting. And I say maybe loosely, I think you were, as the Five of Swords. Hurting others who approached you because there's anger here, there's bitterness, there is, no, don't even try. And right now you're at the beginning of something else, that phase where it's all happening at the same time, this in-between phase where you're still there in that energy, but at the same time, weirdly enough, something is changing. And that thing that is changing, it's changing within you. And it's changing your judgment. And as I was about to say judgment, my mind said dharma. And I don't even know why you would have dharma in a love reading. Let me check. Is there something that I don't understand about dharma? Hold on. I will Google dharma in love. Okay, so that's the first thing I picked up. Very interesting. Dharma means the truth about love. To be a truthful, loving friend is the thing. Right. So perhaps it's not really about love, but it could be about the connections that you created and severed with in the past. Perhaps it's not about you, although you've done a lot of internal work. My God, the Hangman and the Judgment. You've worked a lot on yourself in this pile. You've worked a lot on your life and making your life happy. So it's not about love itself. It's about the relationship, maybe, that you've had in your past. And perhaps you're starting to learn that it's more about the sort of friendships you create in these relationships. So let's explore what you have here and what you can expect next in love, my dear pile number 3. Now that we understand that you're in between right now energetically, these two phases. Seeing a lot of cards here. And finally, this one. Okay. Let's take it from the bottom up. You've got the Lover's card. Okay. You've got the 3 of Cups. Do you see there's a choice here? Someone moved on from a type of person to another type of person. The Lover's card is a card of choice. So you're making better choices, it seems. You're opening up your eyes to love, the Lover's card, and you're just picking better people with the 3 of Cups. You have a better eye now that you've gone through all of this healing and you've built your own happiness and you've built your own life and you've gained a lot of wisdom from the type of people you don't like. It looks to me like in this next phase of your life, it does look to me like you're considering love again. But this time, what's different is that you're like, hey, hold on a minute. Just because I heard Dharma here and we've gained this perspective, it looks like you're like, hold on a minute. It may not really be about love. It may be about the type of community I find love in or the type of people I create a relationship with. So you're giving back. You're giving your back to the sort of people that used to hurt you in the past. And you are along the way forming with the 3 of Cups a community that vibes with you. They're singing together, that vibes with you, that sings the same song, that has the same heart, that speaks the same language, and is in the same tune and vibration as you. Singing the same tune is in the same vibration. So that's what's going on here. You've got the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 10 of Wands. You're finally ending that phase of feeling the heaviness, perhaps feeling that hate, all the heaviness, the hate, the anger, the bitterness towards relationships, and you're turning it all into wisdom. And I feel like in the next phase of your life, you're truly wise. You're starting a new page with yourself and with others in terms of finding the right community. So overall, this reading is showing it's not just about love, but there is, in this next phase of your life, you're finding essentially the community that vibes with you. You're finding the right people. And as you're finding the right people and making better choices with people, you start to realize and learn that, hold on a minute, look at this wonderful community. Look at how they deal with each other or how we deal with each other. It's not about love. It's about the sort of relationships and friendships we build in love. So you're gaining wisdom here through your own growth and this community. And it looks like within this community that you're building in the next phase of your life, that you are meeting this wonderful person that is, and I heard destined in my mind, so I'm going to go with that you're destined to meet and be with in this next phase of your life. So there's definitely love happening. So let's first explore, how are you meeting this community? My dear pile number 1. Ace of Wands. This is a new community for a lot of you. Wow, got the Star card. And you're very popular amongst, or going to be very popular amongst this community. So we're asking, how are you going to meet this community? Wow, Nine of Cups. I really feel like you're going to love this community. They're going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled. You're going to be very happy. And you've got the Nine of Swords, which finally gives us a perspective in how this is going to begin. It looks to me with the Nine of Swords that your final point of healing will be all about you facing your fears. There's a big monster here around people, about connections, about relationships in this pile. And it's something in your subconscious mind. It's the very thing, do you see the column here? It's the very thing that's been standing in your way. So there's something about you slaying this monster once and for all. That's why I've got the Hangman and Judgment and the Ten of Wands, the end of this heaviness. So it looks to me like, although you weren't picking up on the offers that you've been getting with relationships, you are going to be the one that reaches out first with the Ace of Wands to this community. So think maybe you're gonna join a choir. That's just like very specific. Of course it's not that, but for some of you it could be. Maybe you're gonna join a choir, or maybe you have a talent and you're going to join in a class of other people who have this talent. Maybe you're going to pursue something that you really love, and then you're going to meet like-minded people within this community, which seems to be your significator card, your main energy in this whole thing. So up next, you're going to face your fears, which was standing in your way to you meeting these people, not just love, but these amazing people. And it looks to me like you're going, oh my God, this has been halting me for such a long time. So it starts out as you wanting to reach out to a community, you wanting to find your community or something. And for the first time, you're going to decide, you know what, I'm just going to face my fears. Maybe you have social anxiety, or maybe you have stress thinking about doing other activities in your life other than the things and the responsibilities that you have to take care of. It doesn't have to be anxiety. It could be stress with the Nine of Swords. But in any case, that's going to be a big moment. First of all, in your healing, and you watching yourself overcoming something that lived with you for such a long time. You believing that it was you, and believing that you couldn't get rid of it. And sometimes, just like in this particular reading, you live a long life thinking you can't do something, then you do it one time, and you break that limiting belief forever, because when you do it that one time, you think, oh my God, I don't have this issue. Why did I think I had this issue? Or maybe not all of your life. Maybe this is a newly formed limiting belief. And you go out to do that thing only to find out that it's not a limitation that you have. So think, for example, oh, I don't feel comfortable meeting new people other than the people that are already in my life. And then you put yourself out there, you talk to people, and you're like, hey, it's not so bad at all. I have the talent of meeting people and talking to them and creating new friendships. And you're like, my God, why did I hold myself back for so long? Maybe it's you feeling like you're so busy. For a long time, you had this belief, no, I don't have time to meet people, or I don't have time to go to this class, or I don't have time to do this activity. And then suddenly you're like, you know what? I just got to do this. I'm so unhappy and miserable in this area of my life. I'm just going to do something about it. And you're all about improving your life. So you go out there, you join this class, let's say, or you join this activity, or you start your own business, or you start your own community, whatever this is, and then you realize, why did I stop myself from doing this for so long, thinking I didn't have the time for it, when A, I absolutely did, and B, it drives more pleasure for me than scrolling or doing other things that didn't really fulfill me. So that's what I'm seeing here. It looks like up next in your life, you're taking a different approach when it comes to your everyday life. You're joining a community. Maybe you're going to go to a concert for the first time. You haven't gone to a concert for the first time, and you meet interesting people there. And maybe you're going to go to an event for the first time and you meet interesting people there. You say yes to an invitation. Maybe you are a singer. You're an artist. Or maybe you're going to meet an artist. Who knows? But in any case, I would say, by the way, just a side note, it looks like this person that you're about to meet has a very beautiful voice that you will love listening to. That's, I believe, is for sure. But in any case, you're doing something, and instead of being closed off from people and love and all of that, at the very least in the beginning, you open yourself up to a community, and that's what happens first. You're going to vibe with them. You're going to be in the same frequency. You're going to enjoy your time together. There's going to be a lot of speaking and a lot of enjoyment in the activities that you do together. You really agree on the most part in most of the issues, or most of your ideologies. Yeah, your heart is opening to each other and you're having a lot of fun with them. And you're going to be very popular with the star card within this community. This community is absolutely going to love you. You're really going to stand out. They will be very excited about seeing you. You're popular there. And so it looks to me like within this community, you will be meeting your person. And this person is absolutely different. This is a person in the direction of your spiritual path. This is the person that your heart, mind, body, and soul chooses. And this is a person that with that is surrounded by a community that you yourself love. And so it's really all so beautiful. Suddenly, this all changes. And it is the beginning of you sensing something new. So that phase that you were in was false. It wasn't your real path. It was just you being out of your real path, the pathless. And as you took your time to figure out yourself, self-reflect, understand more about yourself, getting in touch with your intuition, which is going to play a major role in understanding that these are the right people and recognizing that this is a good person, you're now ready to find this community. So I want to ask here, what are you going to do here to tap into this community as you slay that dragon or that shadow? 3 of Swords. Funny. It looks to me, with the relic in this heart, that you may, at least for some of you, that you may be going back to something that could have hurt you before, but it wasn't that thing that was the issue. So let me elaborate what I'm trying to say. Let's say you were let's take the choir, okay? Let's say you were part of a choir, just for example's sake. And you really had fun in this choir, but there was this one toxic person there that hurt you a lot, and because of that, you decided to leave this whole choir. Never to look back. Whenever you remembered the choir, you would remember what happened to you, and you absolutely blocked this memory off. So, or maybe it was a talent. Maybe you stopped pursuing a specific talent because of something terrible that happened. So there's something about you opening your heart up again, not to what hurt you, but towards the thing that you loved that you had to leave because of what hurt you. So you're thinking, you know what? I always loved that. Why don't I go back to that thing that I love now that this toxicity or this pain is not there? It is going to require a lot of you summoning up your courage, for sure. That's the monster there. But boy, are you going to slay that shadow? Heal it once and for all, as we've discussed here, once you step back into it. And even if that toxic person in that example is still there, I feel like you're going to go in the mindset of nobody can come near me. Nobody can do anything to me. So you're going back in a different way with a different mindset. But for most of you, this is you, as noticed here, going to something that you thought was a monster that doesn't turn out to be a monster. So, wow, got the 10 of Pentacles. Can you see your card? Yeah. You've got the 2 of Cups. Wow. You've got the 2 of Swords. So we're looking at what's happening there. What makes you go, where are you going, this whole community. And the 7 of Wands. And it's very clear. Once you go back to that thing that you really cherished and loved, you're going to find that it really blesses you with the 10 of Pentacles. You're going to be very happy there. And that keeps repeating itself in your reading. You're going to find a loving community that is worth more than the world to you. And also, it being the 10 of Pentacles, remember that also this community will be the very reason you manifest a lot of important goals in your life. One of them is love with the 2 of Cups. So that could be wealth, projects that you've always wanted to pursue, things, hobbies, things that are important to you that you wanted to do, things that you wanted to learn. Very resourceful community, very resourceful. It's like everybody's sharing and helping each other. And you are going to find your person. The 2 of Cups is the real card of love in tarot. It's that real person, your destined person. And do you notice the worms here? In the very place that you called toxic before, or you denied before, that you left before, only to find out as you look at it again and you go, gosh, what I thought was bad turns out to be so beautiful. I've gotten so much from going back, but this time going back from the right mindset. And the way you're going to do that is that you're going to jump into it blindfolded. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what could happen. But it's the kind of thing when someone has a fear about something and they want to get rid of that fear, and so they decide to just jump into it. Not saying that this is necessarily the advice that should be followed for all types of fears. I'm just saying that this is what I'm seeing you doing with this particular challenge. I see you just throwing yourself into it again, not knowing what to expect, what's going to happen, but with a lot of faith with the 2 of Swords. And I see that initially you may feel that there are challenges here or there, but because you're going to stand your ground and act with power, refusing anything to come your way, you're going to be on a high plateau. It's going to put you on a pedestal. It's almost going to make people quickly see who you really are, what you're made out of, how strong you are. And I'm not saying that you're going to face challenges from these people, but perhaps you're going to see them as challenges because you're already coming into this feeling afraid. But how you handle these things will really show your true power, and it will put you on a pedestal when it comes to this community. I think it allows them to look at you with admiration. It allows them to see that you're a strong person. It allows them to see your strong values. Maybe you refuse things that you don't like. And so this community is able to see, look at this person, they're standing for their values, they're good, honest people, or something like that. So, and I think amongst them is your future lover. Everybody will be seeing you standing up for yourself. Maybe this is an old community and someone there hurt you, and you're going to go back and you're going to say, I'm going to be part of this friendship, this family, whatever this is, whether anybody likes it or not. This is my place, and I'm not going to leave because somebody here is not being respectful. And I'm going to make sure that I am respected, whether anybody likes it or not. So that's the sort of energy I'm picking up, whether you're going back to a community with one person that hurt you there, or going back to a talent or a hobby or something that you've loved, that you've avoided. In any case, it looks like you're going back to something, and it's really going to be fulfilling. You're going to love it, and you're going to meet an amazing community along the way, and you're going to be meeting your real true love. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see when it comes to what to expect next in love. I wish you the best of luck with what's to come. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.